Hi, this video is all about Tailwind tribes. If you haven't heard of Tailwind, Tailwind is a really unique Pinterest and marketing scheduler that I use every single day with my clients. I love Tailwind because it allows you to create a queue and put your Pinterest marketing strategy on autopilot. Tailwind Tribes is a unique feature that allows you to upload your content in a group of people who are hopefully niche related and allow you to share your content both quickly and find new content to add to your queue. It is a really vital aspect to achieving that quick virality that we all want with our Pinterest pins. If you're interested in learning more, just stay tuned as we head on over to the screenshot. If you need to know more about Tailwind and you're a bit confused, I actually have a video on how to set up your Tailwind account that you can find at the end of this video. So let's head on over to the screenshot where I share more about this really unique feature and a really powerful way for your Pinterest marketing strategy to take off. Hi, so welcome back. One of the things we're looking at right now is the Tailwind queue setup. So on the left, you'll see the scheduled pins, and on the right, you'll see my Tailwind queue. I really love Tailwind. I use it every single day for myself and my clients. It's just a really powerful way to put your Pinterest marketing strategy on autopilot. So today we're talking about Tailwind Tribes. It's a tool that I use so much and I really love because it's a great way to concentrate your efforts. You get to join tribes that are based on your niche, and those niches are made of people who are really motivated to pin your content because it's what they want to share on their Pinterest page. So I'm going to show you how to add a pin to a tribe, how to find tribes in your niche, as well as how they can be a really powerful part of your strategy to fill your queue. So the first thing I want to address is how to find your Tailwind tribes. So at the bottom of this blog post, I've listed quite a few, and there are two groups within Facebook that you can utilize to find new tribes or even more specific ones. I'm also going to be starting a creative entrepreneur tribe, which I'll show you right here. You can find the tribes in the left side and click on tribes. The red number just suggests that there are 111 new pins that I could be pinning to my account. So if the number is low, it just means that there's not a lot of new content. If the number is high, you might want to head in there and start pinning new content. So right now, I have a creative entrepreneur tribe. There's nothing in it because this blog post hasn't gone live yet. But if you think you might be interested, I do have a few rules, which you can find here, tribe rules. And you're welcome to pin your strong vertical pins, and I'd love to see what shows up there. So this is a list of all my tribes. As you can see, they're basically social media related or marketing related, but there's tribes out there for all kinds of niches. And sometimes you're involved in different niches. So you might be a crafter who also has recipes. So sometimes you're going to want to be pinning your pins to crafting, or it might be a recipe. So you do want to kind of cover all the different bases of the types of content that you're producing. So I want to show you how to add a pin to a tribe. So we're going to go over to my blog, and I recently had a blog post about an inside tour at Pinterest headquarters, which is really neat. And we're going to click on the Tailwind extension, which is the blue flame right here. You can find that within Tailwind. I'm using Chrome. It works really well with Chrome and Firefox. I haven't tried it with other browsers. So here's the pin that I want to pin to my tribe or add to my tribe, and you'll click on Go Schedule. So great. So if you're a Tailwind user, you probably have seen this screen. This is where you schedule it out to your personal boards. But there's a button right here, Add to Tribes, and you click on that and you'll see this prompt. So on the left is all the different tribes that I participate in. And over here is the number of pins I've added to that particular tribe and what I've shared. And a thing to highlight is most tribes have a 1-to-1 or 1-to-2 ratio, which means for every pin that you add, you need to pin someone else's content, or a 1-to-2 would be one piece of content from yourself, two pins from someone else. So keep that in mind and make sure you participate with their rules in mind, or they can kick you out. The red arrow means that I've actually already contributed to that particular post again, or I've contributed that pin to that tribe. So it tells you actually it was added 4 days ago. So I think that most boards wouldn't want you to do it more than every month, the same pin, but I typically go a bit longer because you don't want to seem spammy, like you don't have new content. Just give yourself a good distance between reposting the same pin again. An idea that might be is that if you have fall content from last year that you haven't posted since last year, to bring that up and add it to the tribe again, because it's been, a whole season's or a whole year's worth distance. So I wanted to point that out. So we're going to go ahead and to add it to your tribe, you'd click on the tribe. So you can click mini tribes, and you would click add to tribes. So I've actually already added this to those tribes, so I don't want to do that, but you would go ahead and add to tribes. So once you do that, you'll come back to the screen, and this is a really great way to just go ahead and schedule it out to your personal boards. I have a really great system where if I have a new blog post, I pull up the screen, I add it to the tribes, I schedule it to my personal boards, and then I add it to my queue. So let's head on over to Tailwind and find my pin. So I'll go to one of my tribes, and up here has all the pins, new content from others that you haven't actually seen yet, meaning you haven't scrolled through yet, and yours, and share it. So this is going to share all the different pins that I've pinned from this group. But if you look at yours, you'll see there's my pin. And a couple things to highlight is the faces down here will show who has pinned your content, so that's helpful to know, as well as this is how many times your pin has been shared across Facebook, Pinterest, and Google. So as you can see, it's a brand new pin. These other pins on here have only been up here for a couple weeks, and you can see how quickly they are getting across on those platforms. I think it's like a really, really unique way of showing the process of your marketing strategy and really encouraging. Like, for example, this one is taking off for some reason where it's sat for a whole week kind of stagnant. So you just really never know what's going to happen and how it's going to take off. So I've added that, and that's how you add to the tribes. This is the screen where you can see all the different content that people have added. And so let me show you how to schedule these to your queue. So let's look at this one right here. Generally in the marketing pin or the marketing groups, people use really strong vertical pins with good images, but there are going to be lots of tribes that aren't good fits for you. So I recommend joining as many as you can find in your niche and giving them a try. If they're not working out, the quality isn't good, or they're not really pinning your content, you don't think it's a great fit, you can always leave by clicking on this, leave 3-bar and click on leave tribe. So I'm going to come to this pin. And up here, I'll show you that it says it's published. So that means that I've already actually pinned that pin. So I kind of want to move away from that and find one, for example, this one. Stop wasting time, start growing your business. So I haven't pinned this one yet, and I'm going to add it to a few boards. So I'm going to add it to my Pinterest board, and then I'm going to add it to social media tools. And I can add it to as many boards as I want, and I'm going to click on add to queue. And so by doing that, it's going to move it over to my queue. So a really powerful way to use your time well is to just go through each one of the tribes and schedule out as much as you can. And after you finish that, head on over to publish and to your scheduled pins, and we'll see as it makes its way over there. Okay, let's try that again. Publish, scheduled pins. And as you make your way over there, you'll see the 2 pins I just pinned. Now, they're right next to each other because you're telling Tailwind to just go to any open slots available. And you really don't want to have like a stream of all the same pins. It doesn't look natural or organic. So I recommend, after you're doing a bunch of pinning and scheduling from Tailwind tribes, to go ahead and shuffle. And what that's going to do is just move around unlocked pins. And so as you can see, they've been kind of spread out. There's one here, and then there's one up here. So you can see how this is a really powerful way to fill up your queue and really not that much time at all on niche concentrated groups. Tailwind Tribes is actually free to use, so you don't have to have a Tailwind paid account. But if you're interested in learning more about Tailwind, I actually have a video on how to set up your account. And you can use my free affiliate link below if you want a free trial of Tailwind to get started. What questions do you have? If you have any questions, leave a comment at the end of this video, or if you're in my blog, leave a comment on the blog. I'd love to hear from you and see how you're using tribes in your Pinterest marketing strategy.